Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. It's still morning. I've been up since 7 a.m. Ugh. The sun deceived me, guys. I thought we were going to have at least a sunny day. Last weekend was a bit of a miracle. It was sunny. And I think later in the week, it became quite cold. But well, I'm in my garden again today. Don't worry. As soon as I get the garden around to clear, it's in a state. It's too ugly to share. As soon as I get him to clear, when I do one of my videos, I'll just quickly share with you what the garden looks like. I'm very grateful to even have one living in London. But we are blessed. Yeah. Ooh, just before I start, Le Creuset. For those of you that want to be haters, this is a Le Creuset tea set. Yeah. For the haters, to prove to you it is Le Creuset. Oh, let me see if I can get the lid off it up. Let me not break my kettle. See? Le Creuset. I got this 6 years ago when I moved into my first place. I brought it with me to my second place. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not a chef. Otherwise, I would have got the pan set. I might still do it, We've got to support the Duchess. And I'll post my own inspired by Meghan video. I want to start first of all by thanking everybody who has liked, subscribed, and continues to watch my videos. I'm so grateful to you guys. You are really motivating me to do this. You're showing me that there's an audience. And I want to be able to also continue our campaign to clear the algorithm of Duchess Meghan hate. It's an uphill battle because there are lots of little tiny hateful ants that are popping off everywhere, but I promise you my every commitment remains. When I see them, I will bring them here so we can drag them. It's very therapeutic, trust me. Now, yesterday evening, for those of you who may have seen my short, I posted about the metrics, because I keep telling you guys, for those of you that are wondering, why does she keep on going on about engagement? Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. In my video yesterday where I was dragging the humiliating return of the Sun Royal router after they embarrassed themselves last week, saying Duchess Meghan's show was going to get cancelled, useless people. I did mention that it would be so nice if we could get the actual metrics of the engagement, just to give it, just to make it sound, just to give it that evidence, so it doesn't sound like, okay, I'm just trying to put gold on third. I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation. No, I've seen these metrics before, so I know. And don't forget, guys, I tell you that I work in data. This is my field. When I say these things, I know what I'm saying, and I'm so glad we have a reputable mag like the Woman's Wear Daily, giving us the numbers. So let me recap the topic. Meghan Markle's Netflix show generates 10 million in media exposure for As Ever. Loro Piana earns 1 million with a high-low look. Emilia Wickstead and Jenny Kane also profited with Love Meghan. These are fashion people. These are people who work in advertising. They are not going to make up these numbers, right? And what I love about this is, if you look at the article itself, it really does break it down. And that's good too, because whenever people post things that are central and a bit positive, or even positive about Meghan, the immediate response is, oh, they are Meghan fans, they are Meghan stans. No, these are straight up numbers. They said it off here. Like, let's go to this line here where it says MIV. For those of you that are new to this, MIV is a proprietary metric that assigns actual monetary value to marketing strategies across print, online, social media to calculate return on investment. Right? And that's it. That is the beginning and the end. There's nothing else to say. Right? That is literally the beginning and the end of this topic. Meghan is going to continue to be successful, not by the metrics of whether critics like her work. Critics are human beings. Human beings are biased. And a lot of people, like I said last night, have realized a lot of people do not want to see this woman succeed. Either they've bought the British propaganda or the American, Australian propaganda, or they've bought the nonsense the YouTubers say. They've bought it, they believe it, or just pure jealousy. Don't forget, I keep on reminding people that, and I'm sorry for saying this because I know there are fans of Meghan that are across all races, genders, and classes. Certain types of men and women across all races and classes do not want to see people like Duchess Meghan succeed. Her continued success is a slap in their face. Imagine somebody who, and this is where racism comes from. Racism isn't just calling me the N word or calling anybody the N word. Racism is you have, you may not be outwardly racist in the way that you think. You may be able to have relationships with brown people. Oh, the sun is out. The sun has come out. Ah! You might be able to have friendships with people of color. You might be able to have sexual relations with people of color. But at the back of your mind, through unconscious and conscious bias, you've made up your mind that people of color are not supposed to be able to have access to things that you should have. That whole mentality of how dare this person get this thing when I can't. And that is what is going on with Duchess Meghan. That is what is going on with the way people report on black. Let me use black because Meghan is biracial black people, especially black women. As a black woman myself, black luxury, black woman, female luxury triggers a lot of people. It triggers black men, it triggers people, non-black people, a lot, because the idea is, why should a black woman be comfortable and happy and live a soft life? Many of this is the holdover of colonialism, racism, slavery. I mean, if I had to, I'm not going to go into the deep dive of the colonialist and slavery history, or of the subjugation of black women. Black women were seen as maids. Black women were used as maids. We were seen as bed wenches. We were seen as things you use and dispose. Next to a white woman in the world of colonialism, we were seen as maids. You're meant to stand there and hold the umbrella over her head. You're meant to stand there and arrange her clothes for her. You're meant to stand there and comb her hair. And you see it even if we move away. For those of you that are saying, "Oh, there she goes again, bringing race into it. Slavery was 200 years ago. Colonialism was years ago." Let's look at media in today's world. There are many TV shows from. I'm a millennial. There are many TV shows, and when a black character was featured, she was sassy and bossy, and her main purpose was to serve the white main character. There are many shows like that. I don't even know where to start from naming them out. She was there to serve, and not serve necessarily in a severe way, but there to serve, to be the ambitious, crazy, obsessed best friend who has no life, no backstory. They never even bothered giving her a love interest. Her main goal was to prop up the white girl, fight for the white girl, be there for the white girl, be the sassy, ghetto talking best friend. And I always used to get irritated by that. And I think what I used to see, especially in the media, was they would use black women with my features to cast these types of women. So it became a thing of, okay, so if the girl looks obviously black, like people like me, this is the only role she can play. She's only there to prop up. She's only there to serve, to work under. She can never be on the same level or higher than her white counterparts. And I think this is another thing about colorism as well. The idea that your proximity, the closer your proximity to whiteness, the more you will be accepted. Right? That was the conversation. Yeah, if you're mixed race, yeah, it's a more palatable version of black. And as somebody who is not mixed race myself, I used to believe that okay, they had certain, and I'm not going to sit down here and pretend that they don't have certain privileges in the world. But I think what Duchess Meghan and a lot of light skinned women have probably realized is it doesn't really matter. The British media's immediate reaction when they saw Meghan was they most likely, because Meghan doesn't look like a black girl, even a mixed one, not right off the bat. But as soon as they found out that Meghan had a black mom, it went off. Literally, the instant it became clear to them she is a biracial woman with a black mother, it became too much for them to handle. They started with subtle hits, then it became full blown attacks. Nothing Meghan does is good. And that's why you see all these people, even though her husband protected her, even though he removed her from that situation, they will never be able to accept and let go of the fact that Meghan was not the one that created the problem in the British royal family that made it difficult for her and her husband to stay. They did. The press did. The family did by not standing up for Meghan. It's the black woman's fault, right? And that is why many of them find it hard to accept her as a lifestyle brand. How dare this biracial black woman come into a space that belongs to Martha Stewart, Goop? White women, women that we, even though their lifestyle is extremely unrelatable, and from Meghan's show, she didn't do anything that none of us couldn't do ourselves. It's unacceptable. How dare she? And let's not forget, Meghan is not the first biracial woman to marry into the royal family. There's actually somebody else. I forget her name, but he's a lower royal. So I don't know. I don't remember if there was much media. There must have been. There must have been. But she also has a lifestyle show. The British press were happy to ignore that woman. The instant Meghan said she wanted to do her own TV show, all of a sudden they've dug her out of the ground where they've ignored her and brought her up and said, Meghan is trying to copy her playbook because, having a lifestyle show, we can only have one biracial woman at a time in that space in the royal family. When you sit and think about it, if you allow it to overwhelm you, it's sad. It's sad to think that in 2025, despite everything this world has been through, there are people that still have a problem with people that look like me attaining a certain type of success, attaining a certain type of luxury. But I want to give an ode to black women luxury because we see you, we live in your world, we live in that space. You exist, and we're happy for you. To the black women who own their own properties, own their own businesses, travel first class, spend the majority of the year on vacation, are able to afford Le Creuset sets, are able to live that soft woman life. This is an ode to you. This is a praise of you. Continue doing your thing. Ignore the haters. They're jealous. I mean, it's nothing else but jealousy. Nothing else but jealousy. I tend to go off on a tangent, guys. It's a Saturday, but very quickly back to the article. This is what it's all about. So to all the bitter, failed actresses who have had to run to Netflix, who have had to run to the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5 to get 10 seconds of local media fame. In Nigeria, we call them local heroes. That is all you can attain. And it pisses you off that this woman, also an actress, was able to marry a highly eligible prince. And not only that, that prince is crazy about her and she is carving out a space for herself in the world while all of you are begging to be featured on morning shows, and the only way you can even get your price of admission is to go after another woman. The lack of self-awareness is baffling to me, the way they have dehumanized this woman. And the funny thing is, I see it from feminists, women that are also in the media, women that have also gone through their own types of challenges in the media. For whatever reason, they've dehumanized this woman so much that they don't even see how easy it can be for them to fall into this trap. How easy it can be for people to wake up in the morning and start bashing you endlessly. To all those women, I've said it before that if you're a woman that makes money off bashing Meghan, you will never succeed. Not only is she protected by our ancestors, but just the idea of you being a hypocrite. You will never succeed. People like us won't let you succeed. We will always remind you when you were bashing Meghan. So yeah, I just wanted to give my long thoughts on this. I know it sounds very rambly. Bear with me. It's a Saturday. I've slept and I'm relaxed. So yeah, I've seen a video that I want to quickly respond on, and I think you might enjoy that one because I'm going to drag this heifer. I'm going to drag her to death. And I also would like to remind everyone to please join my live this evening. It's going to be at 9 p.m. We're going to talk about Duchess Meghan's projects, and I'm going to give a soft intro into my deep dive series where I will be coming after some of these Meghan haters in depth. Stop the hate. Yeah, it'd be nice to have some of you there and get your thoughts. And yeah, let's engage with each other. Wishing you a lovely Saturday. And yeah, please get some rest. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, and have a good one. Bye.